Empty hands, open mouths, eyes to heaven, knees to ground. Came into the world with a cry, a little flame afraid to die, reaching out with shaking skin, needing mercy to begin. You begged for warmth, you begged for bread, you begged for stories by your bed, you begged for names to make you hold, and begged for someone else's soul. Every age, the same disease, hands held out from broken knees. You call it hope, you call it prayer, I call it hunger dressed as air. You need a mother, need a king, need a reason suffering. Need a master, need a chain, need a song to praise the pain. You were born to beg, born to bend, born to ask the dark to end, born to crawl, born to plead, ruled by want and led by need. You were born to beg, born to break, born with thirst you cannot shake. I was made to stand above. You were made to beg for love. You beg the rich to spare a crumb, you beg the cruel to leave you numb, you beg the law to learn your name, then kiss the boot that brings the blame. You beg for peace with this prepared, you beg for truth and run when scared. You beg for change, then guard the cage. You beg for youth against your age. Your freedom kneels, your courage sells, your heaven sounds like warning bells. Your pride is loud but thin and weak, it starves the moment it must speak. You need forgiveness, need applause, need gentle eyes to hide your flaws, need every wound to mean a thing, need every grape to learn to sing. You were born to beg, born to bend, born to ask the dark to end, born to crawl, born to plead, ruled by want and led by need. You were born to beg, born to break, born with thirst you cannot shake. I was made to stand above. You were made to beg for love. I do not ask, I do not ache, I do not reach for hands that shake. I do not pray, I do not chase, I do not fear an empty place. I do not need a voice to bless, I do not dress my lack as stress. I am complete, I am composed, the perfect door forever closed. Beg for pardon, beg for rain, beg for pleasure, beg through pain, beg for power, beg for sleep, beg for secrets God's would keep. Beg the doctor, beg the priest, beg the soldier, beg the beast, beg the mirror, beg the grave, beg the thing you made to say. Beg for another breath, beg, beg, at the mouth of death, beg, beg, with your pretty lies, beg, beg, while your future dies. Grow with your palms outspread, kneel with your lowered head, cry for the world above, beg for a thing called love. You were born to beg, born to bend, born to ask the dark to end, born to crawl, born to plead, ruled by want and led by need. You were born to beg, born to break, born with thirst you cannot shake. I was made to stand above. You were made to beg for love. I hear your hand to beg.